It's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Picking nothing because I'm trying to post this into a chat.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Yes.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. Room here to run. And they only get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They run again on first down, Lynch. And he stopped immediately there. Brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Carr to throw on second down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Oh. Oh.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
He wouldn't cheer at nobody.
On the ground, This is Jalen Richard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Right side caught by Jackson. He'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr, and he finds Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
And we got a special... Let me see one time. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We have a special guest caller. Are you there?
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away.
Are you there, sir?
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
You're on the air. How you doing tonight? The mic's kind of choppy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
What's up, bro? You watching the game?
They'll run for the first time with Hill. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry.
Bro.
Good pickup on 1st down.
Are you serious?
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston.
Oh, are you serious? Davis jumped in front of him?
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned he rifles one that's intercepted.
There you go.
Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys are going to take over
back to
at the 34-yard line. He's continuing to be a
Hey,
big
is that my mic
presence
or your mic?
defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big
hear me?
pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But
What you playing
the
on, bro?
number
You
just
playing on
needs
those
to be,
free
how many
headsets they give you
game-changing
with the
plays
Sony?
did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that,
Yeah,
trying to win the
hey,
award again
this
week.
touchdown's for hot right here. I'm going to take it to the house. Don't play.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Oh, there's a fumble, and I fumbled because I called it
And
off
this
for
is
you.
recovered
Bro.
by the Chargers.
I had it
They
too.
went empty
Just
set there.
listening.
No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Winston now after the fumble recovery.
That's my fault. I just gave him a
For the
touchdown.
Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. Sturgis adds the PAT. And they
That's how
take the lead here
I
at
had a fumble the
7-6.
ball and gave it to him, and he one played me.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off.
I don't know what it is, dude. Like, I'll have like good plays, and then I'll get
Jackson
cocky,
now
and
to
then the game
return.
knows it. Like, I swear, like the game could hear me.
And he'll
or
take it up
feels my
past the
energy.
25 to the 26-yard
And then I
line.
start getting cocky.
And now
then
Oakland ready
it's
to
like,
take the field.
bro,
And they had
we
the fumble
control how
last
good you
time
are.
that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, Chop beat the Cincy? What? Did you already play? No.
Ready
I
to
meant,
go
like,
now
have you
in
played
the second
game?
quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Man, bro, you didn't even run away. You still running, huh? No, you didn't. You're lying. You stayed home. That's how I messed up. You know? Hey, bro, I'm about to go out and eat.
Shotgun now for Carr. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process, when he came
What?
out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began
I could go
back
for
in Miami.
two
He really
whenever I
became
want,
a pro
right?
receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic
here we
ability.
go.
That's what
Dude,
made that
Brandon
catch
Gaudin.
there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And Cook has it left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an
Did you say
incompletion
punt
that
it?
would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
your game's not important.
Stayed in
Shit's
great
on the line. I'm
communication.
playing.
And as he
I
dragged
wish you a
across
happy
each
birthday,
zone,
guy.
you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jackson's got it over the middle.
Dude, I just
And they're
threaded
able to
the
get
needle.
this one
Bro,
past the
you will
30
not
down to the
guess
25. They've got another
what
first
I am
down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Derek Carr is unbelievable right now. I'm 7 for 7 right now.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Again, they'll throw with Carr. They dump it off to Lynch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They get it to him running left. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Carr now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
All right, hopefully I didn't get kicked out of the league. I'm going for 2. My boy Hot said I could do it.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
You said no. Wow. Nope, too late.
They're going to keep it on the ground.
Got it.
Find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective,
dude, I can't
do on a
kick
2-point
crap,
conversion.
bro.
How about the defense?
Like,
how
what's
do
the
they
point, really? You know what I mean?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult.
Like,
I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
So
there, the offense wins the battle for 2.
I'll wait for Lone or somebody to be like, oh my God, Sega Dreamcast. And like, you know, we like Max's hack of cheese. Today, last time on cheese plus. Say what, baby?
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he will lose
or
yardage
was that
and be
Chop?
backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
He's going to throw it to his tight end.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Oh my God, Max has the dopest blitzes ever.
From the gun, Winston. And it's complete. Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I got to reel it back. All right, here we go. Interception time. For my boy. Oops. I didn't want that. I didn't want that. Back up.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Can't run against me, though.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
What happened, Papas? What? Who did it? Mommy?
They don't need
Babe,
to run another play here
does he have a
before
bottle?
the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And he's got room. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Yeah.
Winston to throw it this time. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
He's got Jamie.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A first down throw for Winston.
Late up, bro.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after now from Sturgis.
We got people on here. Got people in the chat.
Sturgis for the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Better get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
I can't hear you fine.
They go play action here on first down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Are you serious? Oh my
that hold
gosh.
Coming from the
This
left
dude
side
just
of the
got
line.
blessed by
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the
dude,
flag came out.
I burnt this dude down the field, and the game said holding.
So following the hold,
and brought it
back.
back.
A hole here with a 1st and 20.
I'm heck sad right now.
Following the penalty,
Oh my!
Across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm tied with this dude right now, 14-14.
That's right. Now, you ready?
Yeah. What's up, bro? I thought you thought.
On second down, here's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Get the fuck, bro!
Nice
Superstar Amari Cooper goes over the top.
Down.
He makes that catch on me.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now, 694. Hey, 734.
On third and long, it's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's the Raiders punter now.
See,
Back deep, Travis Benjamin.
I was just like, no, bro, you can't be that confident.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he spins past him and into space. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On 1st and 10, Winston. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action now, Winston. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Yeah, like, why would you give me the fumble? That's how stupid.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
Like, I wouldn't give me the fumble either.
Second down, Winston. He finds an opening past the 40. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ready. Black 22.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin.
To the house.
And
Who's
he's
that?
free
Melvin.
going down the
Back
left
to
side.
back.
It's a foot race.
Celebration.
And he takes
Thank
this
you,
one back
Daddy. You
into
hear me?
the
I'm
end
eating.
zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It's hot set. I can't.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will be caught as they convert here for two. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because this is exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ready?
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That was crazy.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
He checked down.
Only 3 yards on the catch.
Guys there,
it's
and
3rd
his
down.
tight end Henry just kept the ball like it was nothing. Like he didn't get the first, but he held it like he was good. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm straight, bro. I don't."
Stay in there.
He's like, "Yeah, I just didn't get blown up and fall down the."
To throw, Winston.
Interception.
Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist.
Ooh, you're so lucky.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's Marshawn.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, wow.
Shoot. Touchdown to the house. It's gonna get called back because of
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper.
Bro,
he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's
a really good pickup of 28 yards.
Son, why can't I ever just sit down? You hear my son? He's over here like
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Son.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
I would have read that.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'd really like to sit down, son. Can I sit down?
Carr to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Tell me hot. See me. Nobody ain't leaving comments. Where's Frank at, bro?
On first down, Carr. And
What?
pops free.
What?
The collision there, jarring
Bro,
the ball loose
you're
and brings
lying.
up second down.
Really?
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Bro, stop grinding, bro. You there? Oh, okay.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Oh, interception.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
On third down, they go Lynch. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Oh,
and Vinatieri's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over the sideline?
And they'll go on the ground attack here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They go play action. Winston. Winston lost the football, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, shit, oh, shit.
Ready. Blue ready. 550, 550.
Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Beast mode unleashed, a big one there. Give him 53 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Carr gives to Rashard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Again, it's Rashard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
First down, Winston. And right side hitter's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
At no point I was like ever worried about having to drive down the field.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
3 minutes.
This play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. Clock
continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. Intended that time for Cooper. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, Winston. And the Raiders have got him. Take care of the in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a 2nd down throw for
It was
Winston.
semi-bad.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
No, the back of his
Time
head.
for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
I told you to come get him.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Ready. Black 22.
Winston. He's going to let it fly.
Oh my gosh, dude. I'm about to trade Carl Joseph because of that.
So another big shot damage there defensively. Now just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling.
Give you a second, man.
Almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Ready. Blue 80.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Now a desperation. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
White 50. White.
Back to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's back to throw. And caught by Henry. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Ready.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Hey, 7:34. Yo, Chief. White Monday down.
There's a give to Richard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3.
6:37.
Now a handoff to Richard. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep
come on.
So it doesn't matter, but thanks for sharing a boot, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the Raiders, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I did for real. I need to practice easier because I need to figure out something on defense because my defense is trash. Well, I guess it's not that trash if I got 4 picks, but I'm about to get back-to-back, what's it called? AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, gave in the choke code. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See fine break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating it so.
My broadcast.